Thanks for joining me today in this video. I'm gonna show you guys how I got this eye look. Also, I'm gonna be talking to you about a new Nars foundation that I tried for the first time. Give you some of my thoughts, the shade range, and you know, how I feel about it, how it goes on. Right off the bat, I can tell you that you guys are gonna see me look a little crazy when I apply this. I'm gonna start this eye look using my Morphe 3502 palette. I'm gonna take this color right here and I'm just gonna blend that in my crease. Same shade that I always use to put in my crease and just create an even layer for my transition. Taking this orange, bright orange, now I'm gonna bring this on my outer corner. I'm gonna take the red in the palette right here. I'm gonna bring this in right here in the crease. Boom! I love this masquerade palette. I think I'm gonna take just a little bit of this shade Zobo, this purple right here, and I'm gonna pop that just a little bit in my crease. I'm gonna take one of these blue shades and I think I'm gonna end up taking this blue right up in here. I'm using patting motions on my eye because sometimes if I tug too much at my eye while I'm putting eyeshadow on, my eye starts looking kind of wrinkly, and I don't like looking like I have old eyelids. That ain't cute. I'm wanting to go right above where my crease is so that if I open my eyes, it doesn't transfer to the top. So I have both eyes done now. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the dark blue. I'm gonna take the darkest blue in the palette and I'm gonna use that on the outer portion of my eye. So I put the dark blue on the outer corner of both eyes now. So now I'm gonna take a little bit of the lighter blue that I used previously on the inner corner and I'm just gonna take that and put that in the center so that I can blend these two colors out. Going back in with my blending brush that I started off with, and I'm gonna use that purple shade that I used in my crease, and I'm using this just to pull everything together. So right in here, not a whole lot, I lightly got product on my brush, just a little bit of product on my brush. So I'm gonna be taking my Becca primer. This is the Ever Matte primer. My skin gets a little bit oily throughout the day, and I'm only applying this like on the main areas that I do get oily. I don't apply this product on my full face because it is super drying. Today I'm going to be using the new Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I got the shade Moorea. And typically in the Nars foundations, I use the All Day Luminous and I use the shade Macao, which I think it might be a little bit too dark for me right now. So I decided to go up to the shade Moorea. But I don't know, I just felt like the Macao shade was, that shade Macao was too deep for me. And then there were like 2 shades ahead of it. One of them was like super, super red. The other one was just too pink. It didn't look, those didn't look like realistic shades to me for black women. But I think good job to Nars for trying. And you know, having the extensive shade range. We like that. We like extensive shade ranges. Look how yellow this looks right now though, while I blend it out. Let's see if when it settles it will actually oxidize to match my skin. That is the question. This looks kind of crazy on camera. Oh shit. But I always have a really hard time getting foundations to match my skin. If I could have had a shade between this and Macao, it would have been perfect. This shit don't match. Oh hell. It's alright guys. It's okay guys, I'm gonna make it work. Hopefully I get some good pictures out of this because this is makeup wasted. This foundation blends in really nice to my skin. The color seems a little bit off. I look crazy. I'm gonna color correct under my eyes. Your girl looked like she didn't get any sleep. But a lot of the times I find it hard to find foundation for my skin tone because it's like I'm brown, but I'm also olive, like a very different kind of olive. Whereas I don't want a foundation to just come off like super olive on me. I don't want to look green. I would like a foundation that could warm up my skin while matching my olive undertone. Yeah, like, does that even make any sense? I think the problem with a lot of the foundations right now on the market is that these are just unrealistic shades. Like I don't know that many black women that are that red to have so much red pigment, and then you go from the opposite end of the spectrum and you're giving us super yellow or super olive. Like there's no medium. I guess that's where I have like the biggest problem, because it's like a lost cause trying to get myself a good foundation that's gonna actually work. So now I'm actually using the Nars concealer. This is the Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and I'm in the shade Caramel. I'm gonna take a little bit down my nose and I'm gonna stripe it up the face just to enhance what I got going on in my forehead. This forehead is a little bit on the large side, so who doesn't like a big forehead though? Because I heard all the pretty girls got big foreheads, so that's what I heard. I don't know, I don't know. Could be wrong, but I'm not. So I'm gonna take my Fenty Beauty sponge, which I didn't wet because I don't feel like getting up. You can use a sponge dry. You can, it just makes it harder and it makes your life difficult. But right now I'm being lazy, so I'm gonna have a difficult life. And I'm gonna make sure that on the outer corners of this eyeshadow, it's nice and sharp. Looking good, girl, looking good. And then we're gonna blend out the forehead area. Leave a comment below if you think this foundation looks like a hot, shady disaster, or if I was right to just let it settle in and do its little thing before I start, you know, making judgments. I'm gonna go back underneath my eye now, like on the bottom lash line, and I'm gonna use this purple shade in the palette using my pencil brush. So now that I've done that, I'm gonna take my Marc Jacobs eyeliner. No, this is called a Eyeliner. It's in the shade Odyssey. Clever. To get this foundation to actually look like it matches me, I'm just gonna bronze and create some, you know, not such a flat look. I wanna have some depth in my face. Bring it down here just a little bit, because if you're seeing that your foundation is not matching you completely, you need some kind of buffer to, you know, smooth over that transition, because we don't want to look cray. I don't wanna look crazy. I bronzed it all right. I'm gonna take this MAC color. It's called Show Gold. I forget how they describe this color. Gold flashes pink, or pink flashes gold, something like that. And this doesn't really come off like as much as I need it to. So I'm gonna try to spray it with my Fix Plus, and then I'm going to pop that in the inner corner. So this is the makeup look that I came up with for today. This foundation, Natural Radiant Longwear foundation, I think it's nice. I do think that when I first put it on, it was like super yellow and it just didn't look like it matched my skin at all. But now that it's been sitting on my skin for a while, and you see my lighting is a lot better right now, it looks like it has oxidized and it looks like my skin. I guess I could have gone a shade darker, but all of the shades that were deeper were too red, too pink, too dark, something was wrong with it. So this was the best match that I could get out of this line. I don't want to hear any shade talking about I look crazy, because I already know, but this is the best I could do with this range. Also, the Juvias Place palettes that I use, those are some of my favorite eyeshadows to use. I feel like they're so blendable. The color, the pigment is there. Like, look at this. On my lips, I just used a Sephora lip gloss. I used my Outrageous Plump Effect lip gloss. These are like $12 at Sephora, and they actually really do plump your lips. They feel just like the Buxom lip glosses that are like, what, $18, but they're for $12. And I used the MAC highlight that I used on my inner corner, and that color is called Show Gold. But that's all. Thank you for joining me today in the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.